Boys and girls,
grandmas and grandpas, welcome to the Junior Production 2022! Before the main event, the Year 4s would like to start with some poems they've been working on for the last few weeks. Can we have a cheer?
Woo! Come on, you can do better than that. Ready, girls?
Yeah. Okay, ready. Auntie Mimi's mistletoe. Auntie Mimi's mistletoe, she ties it to her head. She's going around kissing everyone. She's kissed my Uncle Fred. She kissed my mum. She kissed my dad. She kissed the postman and the cat. She kissed the man next door so hard it squashed his glasses flat.
She kissed my little brother, though he hid behind the tree, and now she's coming my way.
But she won't get me! Still winter by Jan Canary. I heard still winter coming. He crept out of his bed. He rubbed his thin and freezing hand. I'll soon be up, he said. I'll shudder at the keyhole. I'll rattle at the door. I'll shut the tree to all the leaves and strew them on the floor. I'll hide in every puddle autumn thinks is his. And I'll lay a sparkling cloth of snow on everything that is. I'll bring a load of darkness as large as any coal. And I'll drive my husky dogs across the world from pole to pole. I heard how you will shiver. And then I heard him say, but in the middle of it all, I'll give you Christmas Day! The Grinch by Dr. Seuss. And the Grinch with his Grinchy ice cold in the snow.
So puzzling and puzzling.
Could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes or bags.
And I puzzled and puzzled till the puzzler saw.
Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't thought.
What if Christmas,
He thought,
doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas perhaps means a little bit more?
Sacrifice by Julia Donaldson.
I don't know why they played me. Would all I did was stand on the tree.
And that is shining silver ball. How could I know the tree would fall?
And when those silly lights went out, they didn't have to shout.
I turned me out and shut the door. No one else me anymore.
I'm in the kitchen by myself. But wait, what's that on the right shelf? A lovely turkey, big and fat. Ham rice, ladies still love their cat.
Kitty and the wolf. My kitchen made a great mistake when playing yesterday. She's only 3 months old, you see, and very full of play. With her big eyes, she peeped around a little Christmas tree. And there, dangling above her head, what did my kitty see? A big red ball so shiny bright, it gently swayed just so. It was a tempting moment for my little kitty Vicky. She gave one jump into the tree, and then came a flash. Out of the door my kitty flew, fast as a lightning flash.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes! And now for the main event. Drum roll.
live production. My name's Cosmo. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
And my name's Ursula. And this is Meredith. Lovely to meet you all. We're here to tell you a story which might make some of you think a little differently about Christmas. But before all that, let's have a quick look at our setup here at the North Pole. I bet it's not quite what you imagined, hey? For starters, instead of a workshop producing traditional toys, there's now a customer services centre.
These elves used to be skilled toy makers, churning out thousands of spinning top dolls, jack-in-the-boxes and train sets every hour, but not anymore.
That's because children these days want such a variety and quantity of games and toys. We've had to update and modernise. Don't worry though, some things are just how you old ones remember them. Like, children still send letters to Santa.
Actually, mostly emails.
And Santa still delivers presents on Christmas Eve. It's just that we don't make these presents anymore. So, how do we meet demand? Simple.
Internet shopping.
We spend hours browsing Amazon, Argos and eBay websites, among others, to find the things that children have asked for in their Christmas lists. It's fair to say that compared to the old days here at the North Pole, we're pretty high-tech.
Show us what you do, guys.
Well, this is a list that just came through from a child. It's very long and very detailed. I print it out and pass it to my colleagues over here.
We then research whether the child has been good or bad. We do this by checking their parents' Facebook pages.
It's easy to find out just what they're up to, because their parents are always posting photos and videos, just what their little darlings are up to.
Then I make a note and pass it to my colleagues here. Then we use a special formula to work out what percentage of goodness the child has achieved. For example, if a child has achieved 50%, they would receive 50% of what they asked for. Then I make a note of this and send it to my colleagues over here. And then we start shopping. There's a large budget which is raised by the Santa tax.
The Santa tax is collected by a team of elves who visit homes all night, all year round, collecting any loose change they find lying about.
Grown-ups, if you've ever wondered where that £2 coin went that you left on the kitchen table, that's the Santa tax.
With the Santa tax budget, we all order presents from Amazon, Argos and eBay websites.
More specialised items, we tend to use more independent supplies that you wouldn't find on the high street.
And that means everyone gets a slice of pie.
I then take delivery and make sure everything gets sent to the wrapping department. From there gets sent to a slate launcher for checking and loading. Then on Christmas Eve, the dispatch team, aka Santa and his reindeer, deliver it all. Everything works like a dream.
So, we'd best get on with the story we were going to tell you. Now, this is a true story which all began last year with this Christmas list which was emailed to us.
You may think that this is an unusually long list, but we started to receive more and more like them. We've got a special name for the children who send them. We call them the
Gimme, gimme, gimme crowd. We'll let you decide whether these children get everything they've asked for.
rubbish. It's so out of date. I've already had it for over 3 months, but Mum says I have to wait a bit longer before I can have a new one.
Our parents are so mean. They stopped me from downloading video games onto my phone because it's costing them too much. If I got that hoverboard they asked for, then I wouldn't need so many games on my phone to keep me occupied.
Didn't you put a hoverboard on your Christmas list? I put your new phone on my list, along with lots of other things, of course.
Yes, I did, but I'm not sure it'll do any good. Last year I didn't get half the things I put on my list. It took me 5 tantrums before Mum and Dad bought me the other half that Sancho had forgotten.
I'm not convinced. Lots of my friends reckon he's not real. It's just the parents who dress up for him.
But we've both seen him. Remember, that Christmas Eve when we sneaked downstairs, right as he was putting the presents underneath the tree?
I'm not convinced. Santa's costumes are easy to get hold of. What if it was Dad dressed up?
We must interrupt at this point to assure that parents dressing up does not happen. Well, not very often.
On rare occasions, when a child has behaved appallingly
appallingly. We contact the parents to tell them that Santa won't be coming. In such cases, to avoid disappointment and tears, the parents will usually buy the presents themselves. And yes, okay, one or two may actually do this. Just to be real, Santa Claus is very real.
Christmas presents, the North Pole was going into meltdown.
What? No, Amazon has run out PlayStation 4s. And I just lost the last bid on the last Xbox on eBay.
Well, I don't think the wrapping department can take any more anyway. They're drowning in gadgets back there.
But Christmas lists are filling up my inbox and they're not small ones.
And something's wrong with Facebook. It seems to be blocking all negative posts by parents about their children. I haven't read a single little monster comment for the past 24 hours. Every child is achieving 100% goodness. We'll have to deliver everything they've asked for.
Nothing's wrong with Facebook. Parents know that if they complain about their children on social media at Christmas, that'll mean fewer presents delivered by Santa and more presents they'll have to buy.
Things are getting so overwhelming, eventually the boss had to step in.
Can anyone explain this? It's 10 pages long. What's going on?
Children these days just expect more and more for Christmas.
And since they're all being rated as 100% good, we have to deliver everything they've asked for.
Well, there's still a week to go. My sleigh is already creaking with all those sacks of presents. And there's no end to the stuff coming from the wrapping department. That's it. I'm going to have to intervene.
Santa had a plan. He wanted children to understand that it wasn't lots of presents that made Christmas happy.
And he wanted them to understand that there were others in the world who had very little at Christmas and would be grateful for a fraction of what some of these children had.
And I'm going to start with Chloe and Henry. If someone please sprinkle me with some magic dust. Yeah, whatever.
Jennifer. Nice try, Dad, but you're not fooling anyone. Besides, you're too early. Christmas is a week away.
Which might just give me enough time to get you two to realise what Christmas is really about.
Santa, is it really you?
It is indeed, and I've got something to show you. Don't be sad. I know it's Christmas time, but you're in the best place to be taken care of.
And the sooner you get better, the sooner you can go home.
But I just want to be home now. They're probably finishing the decorations, icing the Christmas cake and watching films all without me.
I'm going to be sitting on the table on Christmas Day, laughing, joking, eating turkey and pulling crackers. I wish I could be there.
But we decorated the walls. You could watch films on the TV in the day room, and we'll be having Christmas dinner with crackers.
And your parents will be bringing all the presents that Santa left.
But I just want to wake up in my own comfy bed on Christmas Day and open my own presents from the tree in my own house.
I don't care about presents anymore. All I want to do is go home with my mum, dad, granddad, grandma, and even my little sister.
I understand, but listen, we've got a special treat for you. It's something you miss out on if you were at home.
A tree? What is it?
Our own hospital DJ is coming in. Cool Colin Curbishley.
There's nothing cool about cool Colin Ferguson. He plays awful songs nobody's ever heard of, and his jokes are terrible, and he thinks he's
Hey kids, it's me, Cool Colin Curbishley, your favorite hospital DJ. Now, I don't want to be responsible for raising blood pressures in here. Oh dear. Anyway, let's see if the audience has a better sense of humor. You won't believe it, but a man on my street stole my advent calendar. Ask me what he got. Come on, ask me what he got. He got 25 days! You get it? As in 25 days is on an advent calendar and 25 days also means going to prison? Get it? No? Well, let's try one more. You won't believe it, but this time the bakery on my street was broken into. And the secret Christmas cake recipe was stolen. The police believe it was a work of mince pies. You get it? As in it's mince pies you eat and mince spies who. And mince pies who.
Yes, very funny. We get it.
You know, most kids would be chuffed to be in hospital over Christmas if it meant the chance to meet me, but not this lot. Anyway, I don't understand. I was told my radio show is the most popular radio show on the children's ward, and that you tune in 2 p.m. every day.
That's right, every 2 p.m. just in time for the afternoon nap.
How do you think we get them to bed so quickly?
Right. I should get paid more for this.
media. It was quite funny. Not funny enough to make me want to stay in hospital over Christmas, though.
I've never thought about not being here for Christmas. Those poor children having to be away from home. I'd hate it. Unless we went on a fab holiday to Disneyland. Hey, maybe next year we can persuade Mum and Dad to take it.
It's good to see you understand not everyone gets to wake up home on Christmas morning.
But at least their parents can visit and bring their presents. That's not so bad.
Yeah, I suppose for that reason those children are lucky themselves.
Again, with a bit of North Pole magic, Santa showed Chloe and Henry some more people for lots of presents were not top of their Christmas wish list.
That was delicious, love. I couldn't eat another mouthful.
I'm not surprised you're eating that. I can't believe it how much you put away.
Oh, leave him alone, Mum. At least someone here today has a good appetite. What about you two? Peter, Amy, you've hardly touched your food.
I'm not really that hungry. It's not the same without Dad.
I thought he'd be home for Christmas. I'll flip on my cracker with him. It's okay, Amy. I'll pull your cracker with you. It's okay, Grandad. I'm going to keep it for when he gets back.
When will that be, love? Have you heard anything?
We've managed a 2-minute Skype chat at the moment, and he seems to think it'll be sometime in the new year. The army can't really give us any details at the moment.
It's not fair. Why does he have to be so far away? I wanted him to help me build my new model aeroplane.
I know it's hard, Peter, but your dad has such an important job to do, and he wouldn't be away from you on Christmas unless he absolutely had to. He doesn't really have a choice.
Well, when he does come back, I'm going to hold him so tight that he can never go away again.
I think we'll all be doing that, darling. I can't bear us not being together at this time of year. All this food, all the presents. How important are they really when the people you want to share with them aren't here?
Hang on a minute. I've got an idea. Back in a moment.
There now, it's like he's really with us. Not a patch and real thing, but at least he gets to see his smiling face again. Cheers to Dad.
Happy Christmas, Dad!
Kisses, your loving hugs and kisses. my dad. I think that's really sad.
Yes, but of course it's not only these two children. Thousands of mums and dads have to be away, and not just during Christmas. Some are in the armed forces stationed abroad, or others have to be away for important business, or maybe even scientific research.
But hey, when they do come back, can't they bring some cool exotic present from the part of the world they've been to? Wouldn't that make it all worthwhile?
I'm not sure you quite yet understand the reason I'm showing you all these things. Okay, tell me, do you know what a refugee is?
Yes, we've talked a lot about school, reeling from the Ukraine with many children our age.
And how do you think they'll be spending Christmas this year?
But I thought people from Ukraine didn't celebrate Christmas.
Not so. There are lots of Christians from Ukraine, many of whom have had to leave along with their countrymen of many different faiths. But I didn't ask how you thought they'd be celebrating Christmas this year. I asked how you thought they'd be spending it. Look!
Refugee Reception Centre in Poland. It is the first place many Ukrainian refugees are arriving to after fleeing the invasion of their home country. I'm joined by Annie, a Polish international aid worker who helps look after refugees. Annie, tell us a bit about the situation here.
Well, we are set to receive nearly 2,500 refugees to our centre. With it being winter, the conditions are harsh, and although they are safe from the fighting, it's still a huge struggle for these people.
Well, we've got some students here in Warsaw to tell us about their experiences and how they came to be here. This is Feder.
My school was bombed, and I was lucky enough to survive the attack. I was a good student, and I love learning, and I want to be a teacher myself. But I don't know when I'll be able to start studying again.
This is Yuva. Yuva, tell us what happened to you.
My father worked at a university, and one day he was taken away, and I haven't seen him since. Me and my family escaped here, but we struggled to get enough food.
This is Matthew. What's your story?
My father had the stadium running in half fight. I don't know where it is now. My mother brought my brothers, my sisters, and me here. My little brother's very poorly, and we're not sure if he'll be able to find the correct medicine for him.
This is Marta. She's here in Poland on her own.
When our town was attacked, my mother and father packed few clothes and rations. We then headed for the border. We were travelling with thousands of others. I got separated from my parents. Every day I wait to hear news about them, but nobody can tell me anything.
This is Yuri. Tell us, Yuri, how are you finding it here in Poland?
My family left a warm, comfy home to escape the fighting, but we're grateful to be here. We don't know how we're going to get food or money. I just want to go home, but I know I may never be able to do that.
This is Yulia. Yulia, tell us what your hopes are for the future. One day, when the troubles have ended, I hope to go home. Until then, we need to find a welcome in a safe country where I can go to school and my family can work. Many people don't want us here because they think we are a danger to them, but we're not. All we want to do is be safe.
So, as many of you settle down to enjoy festivities in a warm, safe family home, what will become of these people? This is Nairobi, reporting from Warsaw East Station in Poland. Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas.
We wait in a suffering
thought, going over in their heads what Santa had told them. It began to dawn on them that they had taken all they had for granted. They expected more and more each Christmas and no longer valued the one truly precious thing they were so lucky to have, a loving family home.
Santa, tear out my Christmas list. I don't want any presents.
Same here. I'm never going to ask for anything ever again.
Calm down, that's not necessary. You don't need not to have presents. It's an important part of Christmas. And seeing your faces when you open them is a treat to the ones who love you. But what we can do is edit them a little bit.
So Santa's plan had worked, at least with these two children. For many, Christmas is a wonderful time when the winter cold is forgotten, when we relax in the company of friends, family, eating, singing, laughing, joking and exchanging gifts.
But for many, this is not a reality. Some go without much we have, and in some extreme cases, they sacrifice every comfort just to survive. If we are not thankful for the blessing we have, then the sacrifices are made even more worse. His job is done here. Santa sprinkled himself in magic dust, and Henry and Chloe went off to bed.
So, boss, how did it go?
Did the little darlings see the error of their ways?
Did they realise yet that Christmas is all about presents?
I think they got the message, yes.
Great, now you have to do it with all the others who sent us ridiculously long lists.
And how many is that?
That many.
What? Oh my god!
Just under a week.
Oof, I better get my skates on.
Good luck, Santa. You're